I met Zach when we were in 7th grade. He was always an independent kind of kid. He had a dry sense of humor. He was absolutely his own person. I can see him walking down the hall still. He just had this strut, this confidence that I loved and attracted a lot of people to him. We really enjoyed each other's company, and I was really looking forward to seeing kind of what our relationship might turn into. I had no idea what the plan was for our date. I didn't know where we were going or anything. Zach just told me he had it all taken care of and he was in charge. We pulled off the highway into what looked like a typical makeout place. It's this round parking lot overlooking a reservoir. Full moon is shining. It's a beautiful night. Zach pulled out his camera equipment and said, "I want to teach you how to take black and white pictures. I want to take pictures of this full moon." And I thought that sounded so fun. We got out of the car, and it's probably around 8 o'clock, the end of summer, and we sat down. While we're sitting, we noticed another car pull up, and it was a white truck. The only car. We hadn't seen any other car pull up since we were there. I remember Zach looked at me and he actually asked, "You think this is okay? Is that okay? This new person is here?" And I said, "Yeah, this is Utah, we're safe." A man got out of the truck and actually started walking towards us. He looked about our age, fairly slender, in a white shirt, denim shorts. He got closer to us, probably about 3 feet away, and he asked a question, something like, "Have you been here before?" And I said, "No, we've never been here before. I don't know what this is." That's when the man pulled out a handgun and he opened fire. The next thing I know, there's this loud boom, and I'm being shot where he's killing us. But I'd never in my whole life ever wondered or imagined what it would be like to be shot or how that must happen. But there it was. He was killing us. And my body just falls to the side. I didn't even have a chance to put my arm out to stop me from falling. I could feel that Zach's body fell too, but it went behind me. I didn't count the gunshots. I don't know how many there were. I could see the bright flashes of light. There was this smoke in the air, this smell of the gun. My ears begin ringing. It's so loud and so close to me. And it just felt like these loud explosions, just one right after another, as fast as his finger could pull the trigger. When the shooting stopped, it was a quiet stillness in the air, like this is done. Whatever's gonna happen next. I knew he was still standing right there. Nothing changed in the air. It's smoky, there's still smells, and the man was reloading. He got 3 or 4 more bullets, took the time to load them into each spot, and then he aimed at my head and emptied out the 3 or 4 more bullets to make sure that I died. One of them hit me on the left side and did expand and just open up this side into a pretty raw wound. Another bullet came in a little bit higher on my back and went all the way through my body to lodge itself in my inner thigh. A next bullet came across my shoulder, just taking out a chunk of my shoulder. After he stopped shooting for the second time, then he moved. He walked around to the front of us and actually flipped my body so that he could put his hands in my pockets. So after he'd gone through my front and back pockets, he leaned up over me to get to Zach. And he's probably 6 inches from my face. I keep thinking he's gonna look at me, he's gonna see I'm alive. But his breath was so fast and so labored that I don't think even if I was breathing really fast, he would even notice. I could hear just clothing noises and muffled sounds. And he ended up taking Zach's car keys and leaving in Zach's car. I thought, this is over. Everything's gonna be okay. It's over. And that's when I yelled Zach's name. I just screamed, "Zach!" And he didn't answer. It was a quiet that I have yet to ever experience again, and a crushing silence. My body kicked in then, so even though I wanted to sit there, my body and adrenaline said, no, you need to get help. You've got to go get help. And I realized the shortest way was going to be straight up the mountainside. I tried to stand up, and I couldn't stand. Couldn't put any weight on the right side of my body. So I just started crawling like a baby. I was sweating a lot when I was climbing up, and I assumed I was sweating, but it was actually just blood pouring down my face and all over my body. And as I was about probably 40 yards up and still just climbing, I heard a car pull into the parking lot where our car had been parked. People got out of the car, and I yelled to them, "Please help us, we've been shot." And it was quiet for a minute, and then they said, "Okay." And that was it. They got in their car and they left. It was vertical. It felt like it was vertical. And I'd pull myself up and feel myself fall back 4 feet, and pull myself up 1 foot and feel myself slide down the mountain. While I'm climbing, I'm thinking about Zach. I am thinking about every single member of my family, how much I love them. The next thing I know, I'm at the top of the road. Somehow I made it. I kneeled on the side of the road and waved my arms for the first car that passed. And it just kept on driving. I saw another car was coming, and I just watched it come closer. And I waved my arms to the second car. And it passed me and then pulled over to the side of the road. People got out and came up to me and said, "We called 911. Help is coming." So this second car was the people that I had asked earlier to help us. They had actually gone to the nearest house they could find to call 911. And I knew when he didn't answer me, I knew he had died. Looking back, I so desperately wish I just sat there with him. Zach never would have left me alone, especially in a time like that. And that I left his body seems so disrespectful for everything that he had ever done for me. And I wish I just sat there with him. The police said, "Well, why did you do it?" And he told them he wanted to know what it felt like to kill someone. Now he does. He ended up getting a life sentence for killing Zach and a life sentence for shooting me. I know that without the shooting and without losing Zach, I would not be where I am now. I graduated from law school, took the bar, and now I get to represent crime victims in court, and I love it. I survived because I really am a lucky person. And I'm lucky to have Zach and to have had Zach in my life.